All right. Welcome to Friday, August 12th already. Uh so today it's the code of conduct of the week is promote the code. You know, promote it, live by it, the 13 bullet points, talk about it every day. Make sure everyone knows it. Ben, do you have anything on that?
I'm still trying to learn it,
All
and
right.
try to promote it every day.
We've had 54 days without a recordable injury. There was a injury on Wednesday. A rivet buster was wedged in a bolt hole, and they used a hammer to loosen it. And when they struck it, the hardened steel bit shattered and sent a piece of steel into the worker's neck. Um, I've got to do a bit more investigating on this. The contact between me and Matt hasn't been great last day. So I found out about it yesterday afternoon. So that number of recordable injuries might change. This week, our topic is hearing conservation. Some of the symptoms of hearing conservation are muffled speech, difficulty understanding words, especially against background noise. Asking others to repeat themselves or speak more slowly. Needing to turn the TV or the radio volume. You tend to withdraw from conversations. It's especially when you're in a loud setting. I've got a little experience with this. As some of you know, I had a stroke, and it messed up my hearing in my right ear. So when I first had it, being in restaurants or in large groups, it's really hard to concentrate on a single person speaking. You get all that background noise, and it kind of blends all together. So you tend to just not say a lot or just kind of avoid those settings. This is a list of permissible noise exposures. 85 decibels would be, you can do that for an 8-hour setting. 88 would be 4 hours, but you go just up 10 decibels and you're down to under an hour of the time allowed around that noise. And there's a large list of all these things. If you have any questions, it's easy to look up or come to me and Matt and we can help you out. Hearing conservation program, hearing exams. So we like to have you guys attend the wellness program physicals because they do a base hearing test. We also have noise monitors, and you can get apps on your phones if you're concerned. They're not exact, but they give you some idea of what the noise that the equipment's giving off. Like a jackhammer would be around 100 decibels, so you can't use that for long without having hearing protection. A tamper around 94 decibels, so that's 2 hours. Things we forget about, like dozers and excavators, things like that. The decibels are elevated a bit, so after you're not supposed to run that for an 8-hour day without hearing protection. Some prevention. Eliminate or reduce the noise level. Put a physical barrier between you and the noise. Insulation, something like that. When it can't be eliminated, use hearing protection. And limit the time around the noise. Take breaks. Say you need and if you're not working in the immediate area, just distance yourself from noise. A few, 10 feet, 20 feet can make a big difference to limit noise. And that's all I have. I guess, Ben, do you want to take it over?
You're muted, Ben.
There.
There you go.
Yeah, I wasn't able to get it in the browser, so I had to leave it. For some reason, I just kept getting a bunch of code. I have that problem sometimes. You guys see the screen with the thing? Thanks, Jim. Yeah, so today's August 12th already, so the next work day is going to be the middle of the month. Today we just talked about hearing conservation. I got a few announcements. The most important one in red here is that we have new credit cards. We've got new credit cards for anyone that has a company credit card. Our credit cards, they're called Divvy. It's a Visa card. And it could be used just like any other Visa card, but this one also has an app attached to it, which is really cool. So it takes care of all the receipts and things like that. So the most important part to remember today is that our old cards, if anyone still has an old card, they are going to not work after next Friday, right? So Friday the 19th is going to be the last day that those work. So anyone that hasn't got one yet, try to figure out during this week how you can get up to the front office. Angela has been giving out most of them, but I think everyone up there is up to speed on getting you those cards. So contact Angela or the front office, or go up there, or have your project manager help you. Call any of us and we'll get you set up with Angela if you can't get a hold of her for some reason. But you should be able to call the main office, set up a time, or else just go up there and get those cards. It looks like we're going to have fare tickets in this week's checks. So the pay stubs that are mailed out, I guess they're going to have this fare tickets in them. And then the last thing from up front is the health declaration forms. We have to do those yearly, and we still have some that have not been turned in, and they came in a previous paycheck that you got. But never fear, they have more of them up there. So if you know you didn't do one and you go up to get your credit card, or you're near the front office, go in there and they'll give you a new HC2 form, which is the yearly form we got to fill out to declare our choices on healthcare. We got 2 new employees started this week. Scott Preston and Ryan Parker. So you see them around. They got an ECI vest on, and they're on our site. So make sure to introduce yourself and say hello to Ryan and Scott. Welcome, guys. The primary care wellness program, one thing to remember is you may be, if you're in the program and you haven't been there for a year, you're due for your annual physical, which keeps you in the program and gives you all the benefits that the program can give you. So you can do that through Champlain Medical. If you need help getting a hold of them, you can look up Champlain Medical. They have a number, and sometimes with the physical and the annuals, it's good to call ahead so that they can take the time they need to do it. And Austin or myself, we have their numbers, but you can certainly just Google them, and they're over there on Kennedy Drive. Looks like Ken's got the weather outlook, and looks like a good day today. High of 68. It's a lot of better working weather than what we have been experiencing. So look at that low temperature for tonight of 49. So hard to believe we're going to be in the 40s. And I believe Jeremy Jeremy, are you on?
I am on. Yep.
Now, do you want to share your screen for the for this part of the Killington Hotel, or do you want me to try to navigate it for you?
Yeah, maybe just try to kind of navigate as I talk.
Okay. Yeah,
That
go ahead.
works. All right. So ECI was contracted with Killington and Pico Ski Resorts to repair a failing landscape block retaining wall at their premier hotel, which is the Killington Grand Hotel. The wall retains the terraced area in the front entrance with a length of about 200 feet and a height of up to 10 feet. The wall is failing due to the decay of landscape blocks, which we have seen numerous times on these types of walls. They're those Keystone, like Home Depot blocks. ECI performed emergency stabilization early last fall to carry the resort through their busy winter season. These earlier repairs consisted of soil nails with steel plates at the worst location. The project was design build, and we partnered with Du Bois and King for the design. The repairs consisted of stabilizing the existing wall with soil nails and shotcrete to allow for new cast in place wall immediately in front of the existing wall. The soil nails were incorporated into the new wall for horizontal support and global wall stability. The wall height increased to about 14 feet due to the downslope offset to allow room for construction. And the finished wall, which you'll see, featured a form liner, gray stain, and a precast concrete cap block. So that wall, that
old
top
one?
picture.
This is the
Go ahead.
old one, right, Jeremy?
Yep.
Yep.
So that's the old wall. You can kind of see in the middle of that picture, the old wall was kind of overturning in a couple spots. You scroll down, you'll see
Yep.
the
There's a
blocks
close-up.
are.
Yeah.
So the faces of these blocks have a tendency of just completely crumbling and falling right off, which is obviously kind of a huge safety hazard if somebody's standing in front, one of these concrete blocks falls down.
Wow. Kind of looks like something like you see at Home Depot.
Yeah. Typically you'd see these on, much shorter, like 4 or 5 foot retaining walls, not 10, 12 foot. So that's the site plan. So the wall is kind of an arc shape.
Yeah. So the down slopes to the right on the picture, right?
It's the entire, to the kind of to the top right.
Wow. So that's the main place where you drive in, right? The main.
Yeah. So they've got kind of a loop where you can drop your stuff and valet in the front. So this is kind of right in front of the hotel.
Yeah.
So that's a detail of the soil nails. We put soil nails in 25-foot embedment lengths and 6-foot on center, like a square spacing pattern. The soil nails were grouted in. They went through the existing wall, and then we cut them off at the face of the existing wall to do construction. And then we put a coupler on, extended the soil nails, and then put an 8x8, 3/4 inch thick steel plate with 6-inch studs, and cast that directly into the new cast in place wall.
Quite a while. That's quite a change over what was there.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is a picture of the soil nail installation from up top. I think that's Ken Allard probably fixing the drill, which seemed to always be broken.
Oh, you did it right through the old wall, the nails. Yeah.
Yep. So here we had cut all of the soil nails off just so that they weren't sticking out like porcupine quills. And put a coupler on. We also we're prepping for shotcrete, so you can see to dig for the sub base in the footer elevation, we had to actually dig below that existing wall, which was already failing, and then we dug 4 or 5 feet of material out in the face of it. So we put wire mesh and then shotcreted just so that we could safely perform, work for the next couple months in front of that wall. That's the finished shotcrete surface. Just kind of sealed up that entire bottom of that wall.
Testing.
So this is the soil nail testing, which included a hollow core hydraulic jack, some steel plates, a jacking chair, and then like a 3 foot by 3 foot steel plate with cribbing behind it against the existing wall, and then dial gauges you can see on the left on tripods, and then we would just jack the pressure up and let it hold and keep doing that process. Each test took an hour, sometimes more than an hour, just to prove to ourselves that the nails held. This is a picture of the inside between the 2 walls. So we had to set the front wall first, the front form wall first, because we had to put that plastic form liner on, and then stand the rebar, and then burn all those ties through that form liner. I think that's Corone, that picture. That's a close-up of the steel plate, the bearing plate detail, with a nut, a beveled washer, and then you can see those 6-inch long studs.
All cast right in.
Cast right into the new wall.
Picture right there really shows you.
So each of those nail locations, I think there was 65 of them. Instead of cutting, our concrete forms, we had to put in all, pieces of form angle and plywood, and actually just create our own form.
Wow, a lot of work right there.
I think that's Jonathan Jordan in that picture.
Yeah.
Not sure who's below. It's a picture of Marty holding the end of the pump truck. That's our first pour up on top of the staging.
He's always right with the nozzle right there.
That's right.
Concrete. Wow. Getting ready to pour.
Yeah, that's a picture of the completed forms.
Whoa.
And that's the finished product. So we put a concrete stain on the front of the wall after it was done. And that was after we had done all the grading in front of the wall, put the cap box on, stained it, sealed it, the whole 9 yards.
A lot of concrete.
A lot of concrete. It was 70 yards of concrete, I think. That's kind of a close-up picture of one end of the cap box and the overhang and the detail, kind of that form liner detail. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah. Huh. Wow.
And then that's the other end of the wall.
Love that. Great. Well, thank you, Jeremy.
Thank you.
Those are really great pictures. Whoever took those pictures, I think they're pretty nice. Oh, look at this. Here's an old one from the treetop condos down in Stratton. Retaining wall repair the guys did there years ago in 2014. Maybe the same drill. Hey, Jeremy, is that the same drill you were having problems with?
It looks like the same drill, but with a lot more paint and a lot less grout.
Ask Dale what he did to it, because that looks like Dale.
Yeah.
You better talk
Yeah,
to.
by the time you got done with it and sent it to us, it was not looking like that. I can tell you that.
So we got evidence.
Yep.
All right. Thank you, Jeremy. That was a great job. I'll turn it back to you, Austin. To finish up. If you have any final announcements, everybody just
Right.
remember those credit cards. Get up front and get your new ones.
All right. Yeah, everyone be safe out there. And just shoot me a text if you're in a group setting watching this meeting, so I can get a head count. And yeah, I think that's it. Have a safe day.
Thanks, Austin, and Matt Worslock is out today. So if we
Yeah.
got something immediately urgent for safety, call Austin.
Yep. Thanks, Ben.
Thanks, everybody. Have a great day.